Alright, so I'm trying to make a second video for today. I probably should have checked the first one and stuff to make sure it wasn't too laggy or glitchy or whatnot. I didn't do that before I published it, but that's fine. If it is, I apologize for that. Still trying to work out the kinks of the computer and its PCU usage. If it gets too high, it starts glitching the recording. Anyways, so I show a lot of these videos and stuff of different things that you can learn, practices and exercises and stuff. I've never really demonstrated a whole lot on what I can actually do on the guitar. Again, these videos are intended to inspire people to pick up their guitar every day. That's why I make the videos. I also share the sources I use and stuff. That way, if you guys want to check out something of your own on the same sources I use and stuff, it's available for you. Now, there is one video and stuff I've done of me playing or trying to play Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. I'm not going to try to play that one this time again. I have a dozen other songs and stuff I am working on currently learning how to play. This one I kind of have memorized all the way through. I'm not too bad about playing it either and stuff, but there is also room for improvement, so let's get into that. So this is a song here, Wish You Were Here, or not, sorry, I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. I think this was the second song I actually learned all the way through on guitar. I am still working on improving it. I'll scroll through here just so you can see everything. Difficulty levels, intermediate, tuning, tuning is in standard, E, no capo required. There's multiple guitars in this song. There's also a bass in this song. All the tuning is the same note form. And then the tablature here, as you can see, we'll scroll through this real quick and stuff if you want to see it. Again, this is on Ultimate Guitar's website. All you have to do to bring this up is to type in whatever the song is you're trying to learn how to play using tablature, and then just type in that song name. And if it's a guitar, then you would type in I Love Rock and Roll, guitar tab, and normally the Ultimate Guitar website's the first thing that comes up. If it's piano, then maybe you might type in piano tab. If it's bass, so forth, so on. Anyways, so let's keep scrolling through here and stuff so you can see the tablature here before I start playing it and stuff. It's not too complicated. There's not a lot to really try to work on remembering. It's a pretty simple song. At least in my opinion, stuff until you get down here to about the part where it does, and it's also very repetitive too. But the part where you kind of do the little bit of the solo, as you see, guitar one is playing this during the solo, or the guitar two, guitar one right here. Say guitar one or guitar two, it doesn't matter. You see which guitar it is and what they're playing. They're playing this while the other guitar is playing this really solo here. This solo right here and stuff is kind of far down. Not too extremely difficult. It may be kind of a foreign language to some of you, but as you can see, it's not that hard of a song to learn how to play. It doesn't have the lyrics on this one, but if you want the lyrics or whatnot and stuff, I'm sure you can go about finding them. You can also bring up the song on YouTube and try to play along with the song, which I have done several times. Still working on improving that. You might be able to even sing along with the song or whatnot. It's up to you. But this is currently where I am with this song. Got some some lyrics right there and stuff. Gets played and do make mistakes in this song. That's why I play it on a regular basis and stuff to try to improve upon it. Anyways, that's pretty much the gist of it. At the bottom here, you can see um, there's some breaks in it and stuff. So I played this part right here. I'll just play that again for you real quick. Let's see. Nope. Right here. And then you kind of let it ring out. And then as you can see right there, it says it's drum and vocal solo. Or drum and vocals and stuff. And then it gets back to a point where it does this. And then at that point in time, you either do one of two things. You either start repeating it from the beginning, which is what this is right here, which is why it says all over again. Or if you get down to this point right here and you play this, then you go into the solo. So you kind of do a same pattern twice, different steps of different patterns, and then you get into a guitar solo. Now, the guitar 2 solo right here and stuff, I didn't play that part, but that's kind of simple. Sort of thing right there. I believe when guitar 2 is playing that and stuff, guitar 1 here and stuff has to go through all this in that matter of time. Of course, there is a tempo to this song and stuff. I don't have it, but again, I'm also trying to improve my play style of this song, but I normally play it with the actual YouTube video itself to try to keep up with the song. And I think it is actually being played a little faster when I'm playing it even. So you might once you get this sort of thing down and stuff, you might try to work on playing along with it and stuff. Now the solo part and stuff that I did, and I don't, like I said, I'm still working on this, so I'm not perfect at it, but this is kind of where I am with this song, this particular song. Great exercise song, great practice song, not too complicated to play, which is kind of one of the reasons why I like it. I think it sounds great, lyrics are great with it, and it helps you kind of get warmed up for the day. Plus, it's an easy song to play. A lot of people love listening to this song and stuff. If you are in a band and you want to start your band off with something, a song like this or whatnot and stuff. And like I said, right here and stuff at the end, you're pretty much going to be repeating this over and over and over until pretty much the song is ended. So the ending is pretty much the same thing over and over. So pretty much that over and over and stuff once you get to that solo until the song's over with. Now, can you add to this? Can you subtract to this? Can you make it your own? Yeah, I'm sure you can alter the song a little bit and stuff if you want to kind of make it your own. I don't think you can really do much as far as if you decided to go with a band and you start doing recordings and shows and stuff like that. I think if you did something like this and stuff, you'd probably have to buy the rights to the song. But as far as small bands, playing in clubs, bars, garage, sort of thing, maybe even a YouTube video, whatnot and stuff. And I say maybe a YouTube, that's a big word right there. Yeah, This song is a great song to warm up to and practice on. Let me get another song here pulled up real quick. I normally have these things already pulled up and everything, but in this case and stuff, my PCU usage on my computer and stuff seems to go pretty high, so I'm going to do pretty much one song at a time. And then you're going to kind of end up either watching me or watching what I'm doing on my computer, which doesn't bother me either way. I'll switch it over this way and stuff. If you just give me just a second. Let's see here, where was it? There it is right here. My computer also tends to work a little faster and stuff when I reset my computer, turn it off and turn it back on. I hadn't done that yet today, so hopefully that's kind of fixed things a little bit. But there's our next song and stuff, or my next song and stuff that I continue to work on. This one I don't have memorized all the way through. I'm still working on it. I'm getting better at it. It is another Joan Jett Heartbreaker song. I Hate Myself for Loving You. Another one at intermediate level. That's why I kind of consider myself a balance of beginner / intermediate, because there's still a lot of things I'm learning, but I'm getting better. So go ahead and pause this right here real quick. Tuning again is E standard tuning, no capo. This one doesn't show any guitars. Doesn't show how many guitars there are. Doesn't show anything like that. In fact, the first one I showed you, the I Live Rock and Roll, I'm pretty sure is the music video. This one right here, I believe, is a live recording of it being done on stage. Of Joan Jett being in the band and them being on concert or whatnot. Yeah, so we'll do a run through real quick of this real quick, and I'll show you what I can do on it so far. And I'm a little slower on this song too, so there's a little bit of a tricky part in this and stuff that I'm still working on improving. But yeah, so you got all this right here, and this part right here is a little confusing to me. I kind of understand it, I believe, and I had somebody kind of help me out with it a little bit and stuff. They looked at it. And this may not be the version that's getting used on the YouTube video. Again, there can always be multiple versions of anything, from studio version to first made version to concert version, conception version, whatever. But yeah, this part right here and stuff, and if you know better and stuff, then that's fine. You can leave it in the comments and stuff, say how that particular part should be done, or how that part is done. But from my understanding of it, I believe, so it's basically the 7th fret right there on the E string, and it's a 7 hammer-on, 7 bend to an 8, pull off, 7 hammer-on, 7 bend to an 8 kind of thing. The best I can do with it so far is, and even my amp will pick that up, sort of thing. It may also be, because if you notice, I was holding that 6th fret right there, sort of thing. Again, if somebody knows better and stuff, feel free to leave it in the comments and stuff. If somebody wants to try to play this song and they want to be able to get through that part right there, leaving a comment on how it's being played, or even doing your own video on how that part's being played. It's all free. So I don't, I'm still learning myself, so eventually I'll get to the point where I can, again, try to play along with the song in the video, and that may not be a part that I actually include in the way I play it, just because I'm one guitar where I know have 2 or 3 guitars in that video that I watch. But let's keep moving down here. It is kind of repetitive, so at the start right here and stuff, you have all this right here, and then you have this right here section. I do break it down into sections too, so I will learn this section right here by itself, get really good at playing this section. You're better and better every day at playing this section. Then I'll move down to this section right here, get better and better at playing this section. And I'll try to combine the 2 sections and stuff to jump from here to here, and so forth and so on. This right here kind of tripped me up a little bit and stuff, but I listened to the video, understood what it was and stuff, and I'm still working on improving it. Played this a little bit and stuff, and then kind of combine all the sections and stuff of what I know so far. Then I'll go down here and learn this section. Well, this section's a little bit difficult and stuff. The X's and stuff, I believe, are muted X's. So I believe, and again, if I'm wrong on this and stuff, leave a comment, let us all know and stuff. But I believe, and I'm using a Floyd Rose and stuff, so this is kind of difficult with a Floyd Rose setup because I got to be careful of the back end where my palm is here. But I believe it is something like this. So it would be played 1, 1, 2, 3, open, and then the palm muting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe. Said if I'm wrong, leave a comment. Let everybody know that the right way to play that, or put a a video out there of the right way to play this song or whatnot. Not like I said, I'm sure there's multiple versions of it. So, and then you got a simple part right here and stuff will kind of give you a break from all that strumming and everything. And then you got this section right here and stuff, which is a huge section. If I'm not mistaken, I believe there's like no, there's more than 8. I think 16. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yep, 16. So 16 beats and 4 measures, I believe. And these should all be quarter notes probably. But the speed of the song is what makes this sound different. If the song's being done at 162 beats per minute, 16 notes and 4 measures and stuff, that makes them pretty much 16th notes, which is quite quick. And then it gets onto this right here, which is also a little complicated too. Like I said again, I believe those X's are muted notes. And then you get into this right here, which makes it a little simpler. I haven't seen yet where it says anything about repeating something. I think there is a section. Yep, right there it is. So then you go back to up there to the beginning. So we got through all that right there, and then we're going back to the beginning right here with this, playing this twice. Down the change here though, you got to pay attention to. So the beginning did not have this. Instead, both bars at the beginning and stuff had this right here in it, I believe. Where this is what changes from the beginning at the top of the screen to this part right here. So this right here is a little different. So pay attention to that when you're playing this song. And then you get back into this right here, and again we got a new section right here from at the top. The top didn't have this, so you're adding this little section right here and too. Good way to work on those finger movements. I've been working on it myself. And then it jumps into this right here, which I've been working on this too. Very slow at it right now, but I'm working on improving it. I'm trying to demonstrate what I know. And then you got this whole section right here again. Then you got a nice little solo right here. This is probably a little more trickier than the solo from I Love Rock and Roll, but hey, take your time, slow with it and stuff. Haven't even got to that point yet because I'm trying to get the rest of the song memorized right now. So, and then right here and stuff, it says the chorus, guitar's silent, so you're probably playing this and stuff at a very quiet type of thing and stuff. It's, again, pay attention to the videos or whatever, what you're using to listen to it. And then again, comments down here at the bottom. So I will show you what I can do with this song so far. Normally my skill level ends about right here, because I'm going to end up skipping this since I'm not familiar with this yet. I'm still working on all this. If this is just the idea of doing sort of thing, then that's really not that complicated. I can't really hear that very well in the song, but that's because Joan Jett is carrying a vocal note, and that's why you really can't hear this very well. There's a certain part of the video and stuff where you'll notice she's carrying a vocal note, and that's why you can't hear this part of the guitar very well. If you have better ears than I do, you might be able to hear better. But yes. And I think this is where I normally stop because I haven't seen this before yet. Yeah, I have seen that. Like I said, my memory, working on improving it. So, see how well I can do with this. I'm going to have to pause and scroll down and pause and scroll down when I do this, but, you know, it is what it is until my memory starts knowing it. And like I said, I'm going to be playing this quite slow compared to the song. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe you play that twice. Yep. So that's that part right there. I'm gonna see if I can do it twice and stuff, and then move on to the next section. And then, so here's a thing though and stuff. It took me a while to get, and it was kind of frustrating. But yes, it took me a while to get. Part where you hit that and you slide down to there and try to keep that note ringing. If you look up here and stuff, it is a slide. 977 right there. Slid down to the 12, 12, 10. And the note is carried through. And that took me a while just to get that much of it down. Now, I don't have my amp completely turned up. I'm sure that they have their amps going really loud so everybody can hear it. So it probably carries a lot better. Plus, they probably got their amps and stuff or effects or whatever set up way differently than what I have mine. Now we'll move on to this part right here. So this part's a little simpler. Let's scroll down a little bit farther here. So I don't have this memorized yet. Here. Imagine it goes into this. I said I wasn't going to play that part, and I did anyways, right? Anyways, like I said, I think when they're playing this on a guitar, and like I said, they got their guitar turned up a lot more to where that rings out a lot more than what it's bringing out on my guitar. With a proper amp setup and stuff and proper setup on this, but right now I'm just trying to improve the song, trying to play the song, so I'm not so worried about the sounds being proper as far as the amp and effects are concerned. I'm more really trying to worry about my fingers getting it right, my memory memorizing it, and that sort of stuff. Next part here, so mistakes, but that's just because it's not in my memory yet. Right there. So distinguishing at this point in time, this right here and how much time there is between this and this, I imagine it's probably supposed to sound a little bit like this. 7, so you gotta be sure to have the right finger right on the 5 first. And yeah, I'm kind of stretching and stuff. I mean, there may be an easier way to do it. My fingers don't move that fast yet. Still working on learning it. Still trying to get the groove of it. 5 to 6 months of guitar playing and stuff, and I've gotten the Wish You Were Here memorized finally. I've gotten the I Love Rock and Roll memorized, just trying to make it better, and still working on this. By the way and stuff, I missed something there at the end, that little, so once you hit, so these measures right here, let me try to go through that again. So like I said, if I'm not doing this right and stuff, obviously I'm not doing it fast enough. I know that for sure. But if I'm totally off on something and stuff, leave a comment. Let us know. I have no problems learning. I have sources I use and stuff. Multiple sources I use and stuff to go to when I'm trying to figure something out, a song and stuff, that kind of give me an idea of how to play it and stuff. Doesn't mean I've got it down. And then we're back to kind of the beginning part. Like I said, in this repeated section right here and stuff, when we start from the beginning again, you got this right here section, if you can see what I'm talking about, right here at the end, that is different from what the top was. So you got to change the way you play the top. So now you're... And there is a second hit right there. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, slide, and then back up, and then up. It doesn't quite sound right to the song and stuff. I mean, she may be playing that, but I've always had trouble hearing whether she's actually doing that or not. So. And I messed up right there. Like I said, the ending right there kind of throws me off a little bit because I'm so used to playing this part right here repeatedly over and over until I got it down good, or down better anyways. So we'll start from here. And again, this is the main riff, so you play it twice. I did that right twice in that time. And then we're going back to this right here. Again, this right here has this little bitty section right here. This right here. This is different than what was up at the top. So pay attention to that. Try to work that into this. At this point in time, I would kind of expect you, when you're trying to learn this part, to be really slow about it. 7, 7. Our pinky's already on the 7, so 7, 5 on the next string. So let's just do that little section one more time here. Something we still got to work on, and I still work on it and stuff. May not play this song every day and stuff, but I still working on trying to get things memorized. And with this list I have and stuff, yes, I can tell you right now, playing these same songs over and over and stuff does build the memory of it, but it kind of might get boring. So that's why I have so many songs on my list right here that I work on. Now, does that slow me down on my progress on memorizing this song? Yes. But it doesn't make it to where I'm bored of hearing this song so much. I know that's probably kind of defeating the purpose. But I've gotten this far so far in 5 to 9 months, and I've got a lot of these songs on this list right here and stuff that I do know quite a bit of. I just don't know all the way through it. I imagine it'll probably take me a couple years and stuff to get these songs plus a bunch of other ones memorized. In fact, it may only take me 2 months to get every one of these songs memorized where I can play them all. I just can't play them all the greatest. Anyways, so moving on to the next part. 3 on the G. And I can't do this part very well either. So 3 to the 4, play the 5. Now, will that take me a little bit to get to where I can play that fast enough? Yes, because I've played it probably at 10 times faster speed. But so I've gotten most of all the rest of this and stuff pretty well down. So at this point in time, what I would probably focus on is getting this part right here, all this section right here, just this right here at the beginning of it, as well as working on improving this section right here so it sounds better, as well as working on improving this section right here so it sounds better. Maybe even this section right here so it sounds better. Trying to memorize all this stuff, which surprisingly enough I am starting to memorize it better. I don't have to look so much at the sheet, but I mean the sheet right now is just kind of refreshing my short-term memory on what I'm doing. And I have not tried this at all yet. I have not gotten this far in this song yet. But, so that's kind of an idea on where I am with that song. Let's move on to the next song here. Right there. Now this song is quite a bit more complicated. This would be Highway to Hell by AC/DC. It's an intermediate song, which I don't really consider it so much of an intermediate song. I think it's more of a much more difficult song because Angus can play guitar. I can't yet, not compared to him. But if I keep practicing what he's doing on here and stuff, especially since you go from, this was probably from his tablatures, probably from the studio when he recorded this song. Now, if you pay attention to anything he does on stage and stuff, what he does on stage is never the same, from one stage to the next, or from the recording to the stage. So you may not find a version of this right here particular setup on YouTube. Because Angus Young and stuff, he had the ability that most of us want to have of being able to improvise or edit or manipulate the song to their own style of playing, however they felt when they were currently having to play the song. But this right here is pretty simple at the beginning. It did take me a little bit to get my finger placement proper on this and stuff, but this is also one of the first songs I started learning. I had played that part right there. There's one thing I messed up on because I have this song memorized for a way that I learned how to play it on guitar tricks. And I kind of stuck with that. But it wasn't even played like this. So I had to completely relearn this song all over again. This style. I did look up Marty Music's style of playing this and stuff. I believe that he kind of did the same thing. He made one music video the one way that he learned how to play it, and then made another music video or another YouTube video showing another way of playing it. And when Angus Young was starting out and stuff, and maybe when he first made this song, he may have played it a different way altogether. So that version may be correct to an earlier version of this song, where now he plays it like this. So, in the beginning, yes, AAA, we've looked at that in many other videos we've had and stuff. That is pretty much the A chord right there. The only thing is that high E string is not getting hit. And then we're transitioning over to this finger shape here, and it's not a G. It's close to a G, but it's not a G. Okay, but you hit it twice, and then it changes on the third one. We got to lift our middle finger up. Okay, on the first two right here. I wish I could highlight this part specific, but I can't. So you just kind of gotta watch my mouse. But these first two right here are identical. Okay. Again, there's no E string. In fact, I got my ring finger right there muting that string, so I can hit it if I want to, but you're not going to hear it. And then at the same time, my first finger right there is muting where this X is. So I've got my first finger on that note, and I've got just a little bit of pressure on that second string right there to mute the H string. So it should sound, except for there's a buzzing in there, if you can hear it. And that's where it is. My fingers, they're sitting on the same string on different frets. Okay, and there's where the buzzing noise is. And then lift my middle finger up. There's a little bit of a difference there. Okay, so again, this is where I'm talking about and stuff, learning how to get your fingers to work independently. It's a struggle that I still have, but that's also why we use these exercises. And then we go backward with it to try to get our fingers to work both directions independently. As you can see, the more I practice this stuff on a daily basis, the faster I get at doing these things. So, again, 1, 2, and then lift the middle finger. Okay, so again, I'm muting that string, so I gotta adjust my finger positioning. That one should be sounding, that one should be too. So, the way I used to play this, yes, I had quite a bit of this song memorized until I found out that I wasn't playing it right. Or I wasn't playing this version of it, I should say. So when I got to this version of it, I felt like I was relearning it all over again, which is kind of still what I'm doing. As you can see, though, the first measure right here, all of this is almost identical to the next line down. Almost, not quite. But you repeat this 3 times, so that'll give you plenty of time to sit there and work on this, and work on this over and over and again until you get it down. So it's the A, we're going to go through this slowly again. And yes, I mute. I mute because it's not being rung out all the way through. There is no squiggly lines after this right here. So it's muted. No squiggly lines after this, muted. No squiggly. So you're hitting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's no 1, 2, 3 ring to it. And then, so I am now to this point right here. So I need to put my finger back on it, my middle finger back on it, 2nd fret. Hit it, and then switch. Quickly. And hit it twice. One over here, one over there. Right here's one. Right here's the other one. Because you repeat all this right here. It's not just this part. You can see it right here. That right there symbol indicates this is where you start to repeat at. Between there and here. They look like colons. Or semicolons, I'm not sure which. So it will be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, change. 1, 2, 3, change. 1, 2, 3, change back. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then back up to here. So you are going from here to here 3 times. On the 3rd time, you finish out this way. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same at the very end there. So. Finger shape. I just realized something I'm doing wrong too. So I said we're lifting up this finger. What I didn't change though is that we are lifting up this finger and actually moving it down here, and that's why it doesn't sound quite right. So yeah, if you watch this video and you place a comment because of the fact that I'm not playing this last one right and stuff, that's perfectly fine. I just noticed it. I forgot about that part. Sorry. And that's the way I actually learned how to play it the first time, was doing that way. I can't believe I missed that part. Anyways. Now, I haven't gotten much farther past that and stuff on this song right here and stuff, because getting my finger shapes proper for that and stuff is a little bit of work. Like I said, not much farther past that. I can get to where we do this, and then this. And when you play this part and stuff, as you can see, progressively louder every time. So you kind of got to get more aggressive with the strings at this point in time. And then we get to this, which this part right here and stuff I didn't have memorized the first time. Well, I did, but it wasn't like this the first time around. Something I want to point out to you on this right here is this gets repeated 3 times again. Notice the repeat marks here and the repeat marks here. But you also got to pay attention. Angus is playing the top part. Malcolm is playing the bottom part. So that's where 2 different guitars are playing right here. So you repeat this 3 times on one guitar. You repeat this 3 more times on a different guitar. Or you can try both parts. But I would do this 3 times first and then finish up with this. And then do this 3 times first and then finish up with that. Like I said, these are two different guitars. Now, again, we've seen this before already and stuff. That we got the A chord to a single note, jumping to a D chord. Jump to the D chord right there. We hit it 2 more times, then an open 3 strings, and then kind of backwards from what we were just doing. Okay, so it would actually be this first, and you can have your first finger up there behind that, your middle finger there, and then. See, the way I learned this the first time and stuff is more of Malcolm's rhythm guitar more than it was Angus's. I remember doing. I remember doing it that way right there, but that wasn't right either. But if you notice right here and stuff. Yep. So this is where I used to do it this way, but anyways, that's beside the point. So yes, I am still working on this. I'm trying to get better at it, but like I said, I don't think this is so much of an intermediate song because of all the mutes and the strings, the speed, the repeats, and trying to play anything from Angus and stuff. I think is a little more difficult than just intermediate because Angus was a really good guitar player. Not to mention the solos that he gets into down here. Because I'm sure this is not a slow-paced song. There's quite a bit through here, so. But that's where I am with that right there. I'm going to do one more song real quick here. Then I'm going to end the video. I think today I'm going to go ahead and do Crazy Train. And then tomorrow and stuff, I'll show you 3 or 4 more songs. So, we've all seen Crazy Train. Well, most of us have anyways, I'm sorry. Most of us have heard of Crazy Train. If you want to ever try to learn how to play Crazy Train on guitar, right here it is. But, here's the thing about this. This does not have a difficulty level. Okay, it is set to standard tuning. Crazy Train by Ozzy Ozbourne. Key of A, no capo. The intro right here, pay attention. Intro, bass intro. Can be played on electric guitar with power chords. Or not if desired. But yes, the intro right here is more of a bass guitar. And that's what we tend to hear in the first part of it. Sorry. Trying to play this part and stuff as with the electric guitar, like it's saying. Now, again, this may not be accurate. This is just one version of it. We've all seen this style of playing it right here. the guitar and stuff slides into, I believe it's, I'm not sure if it's this or if it's something like that. I haven't gotten too deep into figuring that out yet. We're just working on trying to get these other parts done. But then we go into and you repeat this 3 times. So I used to be really good at this, but again, practice makes perfect. So the more I practice this today, the better I'll get at the end of the day on it, and I come back to it tomorrow, and it may be bad again, but now the thing about this, you can notice this stuff. Your fingers get quite stretched out, and there's a lot of independent work between your fingers. So if you're not very good at working your fingers independently and holding them in certain positions or whatnot, this is a great exercise for that. Get kind of used to this and get to where you can start playing it a little bit, try to go ahead and speed it up a little bit. It shows that PM with the lines on it, palm muting. So there may be some palm muting back here and stuff, but as you can see, I'm working on trying to get this down first before I get to any more complications in it. That's beginner's luck right there. Anyways, but yes. See, I messed that up completely. But then there at the end and stuff, you jump down to. Now, other people have different versions of that and stuff where it may be something like that right there. Then we get into this part right here, which is kind of complicated for me. I've been working on this and working on this and working on this. Don't seem to be making any progress with it, but I know time will change that. So, simply put, it's finger placement, getting them back into this spot and switching them around, because it's actually done it quite a bit faster when I'm doing it. But and then I'm skipping, I'm not even hitting this part right here, this section right here at the end. I'm not even doing any of that yet. I didn't even realize that was in this and stuff at first. So I've tried it a couple times. So after you go through it once, never even knew that part was in it. It may not be, I'm not sure. It may be this versions again. It does show playing this 7 times over. So once you get through playing it 7 times and stuff, you may be wore out and playing it. You may be like, okay, I need a break. which I actually do myself anyways. So, um, but yeah, so not only am I mean, just showing you exercises and practices and stuff, and exercising your fingers with chords and shapes and all that sort of stuff, because as you can see, you're gonna need it. It's gonna be helpful and stuff when it comes to stuff like this. Working your fingers in different positions all the time, and like I said, this is only what, 4 songs, 5 songs? Yeah, 4 songs. And I've got another at least 8 more. I know a little bit about each one of them and stuff. I keep going back to each one of them. May not be every day and stuff, but I need my fingers to get faster, stronger, quicker, sort of thing. More accurate. So I think we're going to end this video right there and stuff. It's almost an hour on this video right there. You can see what I'm doing. You can try it out yourself. Again, if there's any comments you have throughout the entire video or any part of the video and stuff, go ahead and leave them. Any questions, leave them. If you like the videos, click the like button. If you want to subscribe and keep following other videos I make and stuff, you're more than welcome to. All this information and stuff I've gotten off of so far Ultimate Guitar. Eventually I'm going to try to translate all this and stuff to the actual song itself and play along with the actual song on YouTube itself, but I got a little bit more finger work to do as far as getting better with my fingers. So until next time, enjoy your day.